Yes, he was just talking about your amplifiers and how he helps do the chassis work, but I didn't know too much about the amplifier itself. I know the monoblocks here. Power-wise, is it the A design?
Oh, it's more complex than that, but
okay.
we can go there.
Sure.
And you will be able to look inside that one.
Oh yeah, great. Okay.
I think I will explain you what's there, but I will explain you how it's made after that because I can show you inside.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So what
we might need to turn down the volume a bit so people can hear you. Okay.
Now we have two different amps running. So that the one that we listen now is the small model we make.
Okay.
The smallest model we make. It's a stereo amp with 200 watts, 208 watts.
208 technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's an 8 ohm.
It's all hybrid system.
Hybrid.
Yeah, and I will show you because it's the same architecture. I will show you after.
Okay.
Okay, but it's all hybrid system. Two things need to be in place on that. Three things first. We try to be sure that to be the more neutral as possible.
Okay.
That's not easy in a world where people are used to put salt everywhere. Because you present something neutral at first and tastes nothing. Wait a bit.
Okay.
And when you wait a bit, you're able to
appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate it. After that, you don't want to put all those food exhausts on the system.
That's actually a good point. Good analogy. Yeah.
So to do that, we have to be very careful. We don't, for example, if you had capacitors on the line, you never had the two capacitors, exactly same model or brand following each other. You don't want to add salt 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, up to the point that you just take salt.
Okay.
So we are very, very careful to be sure that we add nothing. Sure, any capacitor adds something, but we want to add it at the most different variation, so you don't really catch it.
Okay.
We had the same thing on the big one. We had a stone on the bottom that will divert the vibration. It's labradorite.
Okay.
That stone gets a lot of small crystals in a very, very soft conglomerate. Still stone, but soft conglomerate. What's happened is that the chassis, everything is moved, but not in a kind of sequence that you can catch.
Okay.
It's like chaos. So you never catch it.
Okay.
We did not try to hide the things. We just try to make it vanish by not stopping it. Just be sure that it do not ring, you know?
Not ring continuously for a long period of time. Yes, right.
So you will never have 2 times the same movement inside. So it's difficult.
Yeah, that becomes more audible because then it builds up. The first ring gets the second, now the second, third, and that's what the ringing.
That's why we've done that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's smart.
Yeah.
And I've heard of other companies that I know try to do that. So it's good to know that you're paying attention internally to the vibrations. Yeah.
I will show you after on the other one, but for the mechanics, how we do that. But the idea is that those the same, but that's an integrated mono. So you get 1 mono preamp in that thing and 1 mono amp.
Okay, that's why it's got a volume control. Yeah.
Yeah, but in fact we didn't place it here because we don't want to play with the remote.
Yeah.
Because people can use the remote from their phones. It's risky.
Right.
So but you have a link between them. So if you touch one,
it controls both of them.
Yeah, they will follow.
So an integrated mono. I've never seen that before. Okay.
Yeah. They do like 250 watts on 8 ohm.
8 ohm. Okay.
Yeah, can go down.
So it can pretty much drive any speaker. Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
A wall.
Takes pretty much everything the wall can give it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Is it a 20 amp cord or a 15 amp?
20 amp.
20 amp. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it's the idea is that the system is made to be the more neutral as possible. So what is common between the two is that we are using computer. We're a small company, so we have to play differently. If we play like the big one, we die because we're small.
Right.
So what we do is that, and you will see, I will give you a USB key picture and all that. So you will see we have a big laboratory, but we have big supercomputer screen used as a wall that do simulation, millions of simulation of every kind of combination you can have on that circuit.
Really?
For months. So at the end, we build 1 or 2 prototypes and they're on it.
Really?
Instead of buying a prototype every week and try by It's not empirical.
Yeah.
It's science. Maths.
So you're using science to create the circuit.
Yeah,
As much science and technology as possible.
Yeah, that's why a small company like us can make
Can
a
compete,
difference.
yeah.
Unless that.
Nowadays, yeah, with technology, you can compete. In fact, you're more mobile than some of these big companies that have to approve and get 10 people have to be trained, and none of them are true experts, you know.
Yeah, and we work mostly virtual.
Interesting.
At the end, sure, we measure that, we build a circuit, we measure it. Well, we have the largest laboratory in Canada for sure, maybe in North America, for audio electronics.
Okay.
A very, very big lab. So we measure
Yeah, I'd like to see, yeah. I didn't even know, but yeah. But let's take a look at the inside of it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah, sure.
So just to show you here what we found, it's the same architecture for the monoblock or the stereo. This is a stereo unit. So what you have, it's a power supply, two power supply.
Okay.
For the preamp stage and a two preamp stage.
Okay.
Told you about the capacitor, whenever used two times the same. So we have dual on one place, we have clarity on the others. We mix a lot of very, very high-end components to be sure we don't add any signature on it.
Right.
The fact it's hybrid too, it will help reduce the overheads coming on the harmonics by the tubes or the transistor.
Okay.
And after that, we have a lot of specificities like this cap there. It's a filter. Problems that when people put a filter in a tube amp, the heat of the class A, same problem, the heat of it will change the value of the filter.
Okay.
So that is thermal regulated under it.
Okay.
So you have a thermal sensor, you have heaters, and you keep that just like an oven, just like a DAC.
Really? So you're doing like a regulated...
So it's temp controlled enclosure.
Temperature control.
Yeah, for the filters.
Okay.
Another thing that we do in all the products, every component that will wear over time are on a separate board that can be exchanged.
So it's
all those
modular and future-proof?
Yeah, because it's more about wearing. Because what's happened is that capacitor I give for between 6,000 and 10,000 hours, mostly 6,000 hours.
6,000 hours?
They degrade.
Is that right?
Some brand 2,000 hours.
So electrolytics or?
Electrolytics.
Yeah, right.
So the idea you have to change that.
Yeah.
Most people don't. The amp will still play. It will not be broken.
But it won't be the same values. Yeah.
But that's it. So it starts degrading its performance. You change that every 5 years and you're brand new.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
We have some option like external power supply and all that.
External power supply.
External power supply with military connectors and cable.
Okay, and you've got your portable tube test here?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I bring it to show that we test everything we put on it.
Okay. So you're using science and art together, kind of.
Sure. That's the point of it. If you look just through something fast, that's there. Okay, it's very small, but look at this computer, you know?
That's your computer.
Yeah, that's one of the computers we have. Don't know if you
so you use a resistor ladder for your volume control?
No. Well, yes and no. In fact, for that's something we do. The low amp, unload amp. Volume control is a resistor, but they're driven by transistor, independent transistors.
Okay.
So it's something completely uncommon. We make R&D for
kind of
1 year
unique.
with that with the government. That help us a bit.
Okay.
It's completely uncommon. The idea is that you just have one resistor on the signal path.
Okay.
And one transistor.
Okay.
So controlled by microprocessors.
That's interesting. Okay.
So it's completely different. We tried the resistor ladder. We tried also those big outs up to the golden one that costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
They never send the same. They change the signal
depending on the volume.
That the preamp will receive. So it's difficult to make calculations. Always about science.
Interesting.
No, that thing do not change what the preamp see.
Interesting.
The volume change, the envelope, but not the signal by itself.
So did you patent this, or is this unique to you that you're using?
We have some patent, but not on the
volume control yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It took about 2 years to get the patent. But it will take more than 2 years for people to reinvent it.
Okay.
So we're safe.
Yeah, so this is
and,
good.
You know, if somebody wants to copy us, he should buy the company. Cost less.
Yeah,
Because
probably
like
so.
those boards, they are 10 or this. I think it's 10 or 12 layer. This one I don't remember. 10 layer board, military substrate, 12 twice the copper inside for each layer.
Oh, 10 layer board.
10 layer. So
Oh, wow.
It's not something easy to copy.
Yeah, let me get some of the specs for people that like to see the specs.
I understand that, and I will give you all those paper, data sheet, pictures, and everything is there for you.
Oh, okay, great, yeah. Well, I'm glad I got to...
There's a famous stone we said it's under it. It's really cute.
Okay, so that's part of your base. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see it now. Okay. Yeah, paying attention to that is something that very few manufacturers do, you know.
And the mechanics on that, it's I guess German mechanics to all that on Delwyn stuff. It's not just a valve.
Okay.
That thing open and close, you know.
Okay.
You can lock it on the back. So
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate this. This is very informative. I didn't even know of the brand. Do y'all ever show in America? Well, in U.S.?
In America, as Excite Toronto, not America, but USA.
Yeah, USA.
We done New York and Washington, but we
New York and Washington. Oh, you're going to go to Capitol this
I
next
don't
month?
know yet. We'll
Okay.
have to discuss what we do for next year. But
Okay.
yeah.
What about
we
Munich?
We plan to go there.
You plan to go to Munich?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, great. I'm glad I got a chance to find out a lot more about. And what price points are we talking about here?
The one we listen now is the small one.
The small,
Yeah,
the
it's 23K.
stereo. 23K. Okay.
Yeah, Canadian. Okay.
Okay.
23,000 Canadian. The monoblock of I want 150 exactly, but I want 150.
Okay.
The pair. So 75 each, and that one is around 70. Oh, the price is on the key.
On the
too.
key. Okay, great.
The thing is Iden.
Okay.
Eden.
No, this is cool. So you pronounce it Eon Art?
Eon Art, yeah.
Okay. And what's the story behind that name?
Okay, it's a multiple part story, but I'll try to make it short. First, when we started the company, I had people in the company that were from different origin. One person's coming from Britain in France, so there they have a river named Eon. Another person is working in nuclear labs, so Eon is also particle. We had another person that was an historian. Eon is a period of time.
Okay.
So that's a word that everybody finds good. So, excuse me, I just close
Sure.
it. So Eon is a period of time. It's the word that we were able to agree, everybody. But
Okay.
we are mostly in science, so it's a science word.
Science.
But
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool name, cool look, matches the Oracle perfectly because the construction.
That's exactly the
Okay.
science.
and Serenity. Okay. Serviti.
Science to the service of arts.
Okay. No, great job. Yeah. Great slogan. Great. I'm impressed.
And Oracle, we designed the core, the casing. Oracle built it. They
Oracle,
make
yeah.
something wonderful of it. The
Yeah.
design we had.
Yeah.
And that design won prize at the Montreal International
Really.
Design Contest.
Okay.
We won 2 prizes there. One for advanced utilization of aluminum. Yeah, I have one more thing to tell. And the other was for I don't even remember what. We got 2 prizes.
Okay.
They're on the website. But one thing is that, in fact, this thing, it's a chimney. It's
That's what I was about to ask about ventilation because that's the only thing I don't see any ventilation. Yeah.
Just 2 rail on the back. It's
And
a chimney.
You've created where
It has no
the
fan,
heat
huh?
radiates
Yeah,
automatic. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
that's pretty
natural
clear.
convection.
Okay. So
And
it keeps
inside-
a stable temperature.
Yeah, it's really cold. They open since 2 days. Touch
I
it,
can
they're
touch
cold.
it. Okay.
And in fact, they will never get out. But so cold that we exhaust so much heat with that design that we have to heat them. The idea is to be sure that every part is at the right temperature when we measure it and
Thermal
temperature.
Optimal thermal
Yeah,
temperature, yeah.
because that will change the parameters. So you want to have
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
perfect operating point.
especially with tubes and stuff.
So
yeah.
it's hard to refresh one of those components. You know, it's easier to refresh the whole case temperature, cool down, and eat every one of those components. So you have a lot of resistors. In fact, they're there to eat the products. We need to add
heat.
heat.
Let me take a look at the back chimney, I guess, here. Yeah, this is very innovative then. If you're able to do all this without any fans, so everything gets, it basically creates a convection type of, yeah, very innovative. Yeah. So that is really cool. And the way you're able to.
Yeah, some people don't like it, but I find that very useful. In fact, we had clients that never closed them. But
that is really cool.
We don't care because we will not lose the heat that we need for the parts because they are heated.
Wow.
So you can play it open or closed, change nothing.
Nice. Well, this is a great start to day 2. I mean, I love seeing jock stuff, but this is really a revelation as well.
Here you get 3 big novelty. Oracle bring a new arm.
Yeah.
We bring that new squad that was for the first time. The small one on bottom was for the first time in Toronto.
Okay.
We sold few, but it was for the first time in the Toronto show. And Gershman bring their new loudspeaker, the new version, the anniversary
Black
version.
Swan. Okay, yeah. So I thought it was the brand Black Swan, but no, it's actually their model
it's
number.
The white Black Swan.
The black, yeah. That's what I didn't think it was the speaker. I thought it was the company Black Swan that used to be in business.
So you got 3 different new things here.
Okay.
Everybody bring
the new stuff. So yeah, let me talk to her next. But I appreciate your time, and yeah, definitely look forward to seeing your stuff in future shows.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.